So it's been around, I would say, a full month or maybe even more since I last posted on my YouTube or Instagram account. So the reason is because lately I've just been preparing to transfer to my new university. I finally this past May I just finally graduated from community college after attending for around it's been around 6 years. So I'm finally going to Sac State to complete my bachelor's degree and hey, move on to bigger and better things. Not only that, during this time, I've been taking this time to kind of, reflect on what it is I really want to achieve by the end of this year and kind of thinking about some of the habits I want to implement within my own self to, be empowered in my own way and to, grow into who it is that, God designed me to be able to understand more of my why, my purpose, and also just be able to serve, those around me and the world. So, three things I want to, three lessons I've kind of come to learn during this time. That's one to, give to you guys, and hopefully, this in some ways empowers you to, do better in your own life, or at the very least, gives you a different perspective on things. So, first thing I've learned is when in pursuit of success or just anything that you really want in life, self actualization, growing into your best self or achieving something, one thing you want to do every day is surround yourself with greatness. What that means is essentially surround yourself with people who really want to be successful. And I'm not talking about like some people might not have people around them who are ambitious like that or anything like that. I know I don't really have that too much. What I mean is through audiobooks, through YouTube videos, through whatever medium that you really like to use, even if it's music, Spotify, whatever. Find a way to listen to people whose lives you want to somewhat model after. People that you really look up to, people who have certain characteristics that you want to emulate, beliefs, mindsets, and make a point to intentionally listen to it every day. In the morning, sometime in the afternoon, before you go to sleep. What's going to happen is over time, you begin to adopt the mindsets, you begin to adopt the beliefs, the ways of thinking of people who are successful by continually listening to them, by continually watching them, following them on their journey. So you might not have people around you who are ambitious. You might not have people around you who are trying to be their best or who understand what it is that you're going after. But by repeatedly listening, watching, and just really consuming content of people who are successful, who are doing what it is you want to do, you will naturally start adapting the mindsets that are necessary to bring you to the next level and just to help you grow as a person. So that's the first thing, and I'll be expanding on more of these, at a later time and later days when I start posting a little bit more consistently. But the second point is within the same one, you also want to watch who you hang around and how much you really talk to them and you really communicate with them, even if they're family. One thing I've come to understand with both friends and family is everybody is shaped by their perceptions and views of life, their belief system, their mindsets, all of it. Some people have had hard experiences. Some people have had it easy. Some people have just kind of allowed the world to shape their mindset in such a way that's just it's cynical. And honestly, to me, cynicism just there's no use in it. And essentially, what I'm trying to say is this: watch what mindsets or beliefs that you adopt from those who are close to you, and make sure that they're truly your own and not somebody else's. Make sure that whatever beliefs that you adopt, it empowers you in some type of way to be better, to do better. Because if not, you'll end up adopting the limitations of others and you'll have them as your own. And that's just something I've kind of had to learn through just my own self-reflection and just watching the lives of those who I care about, and just kind of seeing the result of certain choices, as well as just, you know, behaviors that they think are normal, or just, you know, limitations that they've imposed on themselves that kind of hold them back from achieving a life that, you know, they can be proud of. And thirdly, I want to encourage everybody here to adjust the way that they see failure in life. One thing I've really had to self-reflect on is how I view failure. In the past, I've had a very negative view of failure in the sense of how I viewed myself. In a way, I almost adopted a why me mentality, or why did this fail when I tried so hard at it? And honestly, when you ask questions like that, it does nothing for you. Instead, you have to look for what were the lessons behind it. Now, some of this might seem like elementary, like everybody says that, but it's very important, because you will fall into the mentality of, if I, worked this hard for something and I did this and I tried to do everything right, why did I fail? Or why was I so bad at this? Or, basically, you're going to ask questions that you're going to get answers to that you won't learn anything, and all it's going to do is add on to a negative belief system. And basically, it's not going to move you forward at all. Instead, what I've learned to do is look at the lessons behind it, take full ownership of it, and just move on now. Without those lessons, you would have never been better. If everything went exactly according to the way you wanted it to, then you would never be prepared for what's coming in the future. So I would just like to encourage everybody just to rethink about the way you look at failure and just learn to embrace it and be willing to do it. I do these videos, I'm not very necessarily confident in them, but at the same time, the more I keep doing them, the better I'm going to get. And over time, I'm going to be able to add more value to people and basically, help them in their own ways on their own journeys. With that being said, I hope you guys liked the video. And with that being said, God bless.